Hello my spooky friends and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are going to be doing a flip through of these witch themed Halloween junk journals. So I have been working like a crazy person since May, essentially, printing out and getting ready to create all of these amazing Halloween junk journals for you. And so I am very excited to be able to share these with you today. Excuse me, these journals in particular are witch themed with a few black cats and a few ghosts and goblins, but primarily these journals are for, whoops, let me get into frame here, are for people who do enjoy a very good, spooky, black-hatted, traditional Halloween witch. They are packed full of great stuff for you to create an amazing Halloween journal, or any time of the year, quite frankly. I say Halloween, but you know, it doesn't have to be for Halloween. In my opinion, every day is Halloween. So, we have two that say Double Double Toil and Trouble on the front cover, and then there's two that say Fire Burn and Cauldron Bubble. So my usual trick is that the covers are different, but the insides are all the same. So I'm just going to show you the one. There will be slight variations in coffee-dyed papers. There is a dictionary page that of course will look a little bit different than the one that I'm showing you. But other than that, everything is really pretty much the same. Now, where is my handy dandy sheet? Here we go. In these journals, there are 31 pages that I printed off. So it's a combination of paper that I printed. For the most part, it's paper that I printed. There's some coffee dyed paper in here. There's construction paper. And there is a little bit of cardstock as well. So we have 47 large tags and 26 small or mini, sort of like this kind of size tag. 4 black paper doilies, 4 envelopes, 9 wraps, which is what I call basically just pieces of paper that I have wrapped around like this, and 10 tabs that I've glued in, and 4 paper clips with fabric on them. So without any further ado, let's get us started here. Right off at the very beginning, in all the journals, I zigzagged on this amazing spooky, they call it a florist ribbon, but it's not really ribbon. I think it looks like a cobweb, spider web. It's kind of a plasticky thing, which I know is not very technical. But anyway, excuse me. So we've got that right at the very beginning, and I thought it would be fun to sort of tuck in a spooky witch so you could sort of see her face, but not really, in behind there. So all of the tags I printed off on cardstock. And then when I say wraps, it's paper that I printed off and then I just wrap it around. I know, I feel like Captain Obvious, right? I'm a big fan of layering things on top of things, and I'm also a big fan of wrapping paper around other paper. I don't really know where it comes from, but it's just one of those things that you really enjoy, but you can't explain. And so then the inside cover, we've got some really great, creepy looking frogs there. So, oh, and then of course, it's not a Halloween journal without some poison, because who doesn't love a good bottle of poison, right? We've got our vintage witch here, and then another piece of regular paper that I've just printed off. And so you guys, those who are with me regularly and watch the channel, I always like to say that I don't glue a lot in to my journals or tape a lot of things in. I leave things that sort of I just use a lot of paper clips and I put things in to float around because I always say that just because where I think I want a pocket to go, or I might want a tuck spot, or whatever it is, doesn't mean that's where you want the tuck spot to go. So I think there's only one spot in this journal where I've actually taped something down. Um, I mean, I would have a great time filling these journals with all kinds of pockets and tuck spots. This is coffee dyed paper. But to be honest with you, I feel like that's kind of dirty pool because you should be able to get a journal like this and really let your creativity run wild and have as much fun as you want to have in it, putting things where you want them to go. Because where I want them to go, that doesn't necessarily mean that's what you want. And I know that sometimes to be faced with a blank page is a little bit daunting, but I really do feel like I just want you to have as much fun and be as creative as you can be with my journals, so that basically at the end of the day, they are an expression of you and not an expression of me. I curate them, and then it's up to you to really make them your own. So this is coffee dyed paper. We have tags here, and then again on this side. Oh, and there's quite a few rusty paper clips in these journals as well. So I got a tiny little coin envelope there, and then here we've got another piece of paper, and then a tag. I love putting tags with strings on them in my journals. I don't know what it is. Again, just one of those things. So then we have, so when I say small tags, I mean tiny little things like this that are more about using for decoration than actually being able to journal on the back of them. I included quite a bit of damask looking print in these journals because I thought it has a really creepy sort of haunted house wallpaper feel to it. And yeah, it's not Halloween without some graveyards and some Poe, right? And a raven there. And then again, another spooky ghost card there, and a tiny tab that you can use, to glue as a tab or to decorate. And all of the tags are cardstock. A nice Bernie candle to set the atmosphere, right? So, scary witches are one of my favorite things about Halloween. I'm a bit of a Halloween traditionalist in the sense that for me, Halloween's about skeletons and black cats and witches and haunted houses. I like to be scared a little bit, but I don't want to be terrified, you know what I mean? I don't go in for the horror and all that kind of thing. W, of course, for witch. Um, but I do love a good old-fashioned witch with a pointy hat. So we got a tag here, and then a tag here for lots of hidden journaling if you're like me and you like to write a lot of things on the back. Here we've got some coffee dyed paper. Of course, there's got to be lots of cauldrons and black cats because if you're a witch, you have a lot of cauldrons and black cats, right? I love paper with like sort of creepy, old-fashioned looking handwriting on it. I think that really lends itself to a nice spooky vibe. Coffee dyed paper, good creepy witch. And then in the middle, of course, we have to have our ghoul, our ghost there haunting the middle of the notebook. Tags with crows and beetles. I have to say I'm not a huge fan of bugs, but I make an exception at Halloween. And then yes, something wicked this way comes. Look at her. Ooh. And then I love this sort of Victorian streetscape look with this paper here. And so today it's July, I think today is the 18th, and we've had a lovely summer. But I have to admit, I am counting down the days to sweater weather and autumn, and autumn's my favorite. Once Upon a Midnight Dreary, yes. I like that feeling of that crisp smell of autumn in the air that comes with Halloween. So again, creepy, rusty paper clips, more coffee dyed paper. Again, it wouldn't be a witch's journal without a voodoo doll there. And then we've also got Witchy Poo here, and more like a Black Cat Tarot-esque type card. More poison in case you run out from the bottle at the beginning. And some like flashcard type journal cards. I love this because I thought it would be fun to put this sort of witchy poo in like a haunted ballroom kind of thing with the, I really like this sort of mix of the chandelier with her. I don't know who she's attacking. Oh, there you go. She's going after the ghost. And again, I thought with this fun, spooky staircase, it would be great to have sort of a ghost hovering around the stairs there. So then we are almost to the end. This is the one place where I did tape down with some double-sided tape that little tag there to create a pocket for this classic vintage witch, whoops, image. And I'm pretty sure that's the only one that I actually stuck down permanently. Again, it's not a Halloween journal without a couple of good full moons in there. And then we're rounding out to the back here. And on the very back, I sewed down some really nice trim, some satin with organza ruffle trim, because I thought, you know, just because you're a wicked witch doesn't mean you don't like pretty things, right? So that is the Witchy Poo journal, and then on the back we have, by the pricking of my thumb, something wicked this way comes. So that's it. So that, everybody, is the dedicated junk journal to witches for Halloween of 2024. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment down in the description box below. Of course, all the information where you can find these journals on my website or in my Etsy shop are also down there. So, take care, everybody. Stay spooky, my friends. Until the next video, I will talk to you soon. Mwah. Bye.